What's going on, everybody? This is Mark Kaiser with the Mobile Home Dealer, coming to you with another quick educational video on how to finance a mobile home. We feel that this is one of several topics that either is not getting enough attention here in the industry, or the information that is out there just isn't very good, which that in turn leads to people being uneducated and misinformed about how to finance their mobile home. So today's video, and the goal of it, is to make sure that you have a better idea of how to finance a mobile home, whether you're buying or selling it, and how to navigate those waters. But if you all have seen a video of ours before, we need you to do us a huge favor and smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel below to make sure that you're up to speed with everything that we here at the Mobile Home Dealer are providing with our content on the educational series, as well as all of our new homes that are coming up on market here soon. So that being said, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to learn a little bit more about how to finance your mobile home. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and review a couple of things that we've talked about in the other videos on the channel here. There are going to be three main ways that you can buy a mobile home. Okay, so let's just do it as a quick review. The first way is you can buy a mobile home with its own land, usually out in the country. You'll see that driving around some rural areas or some farming areas. That's one way. Second way you can buy a mobile home is if you buy a mobile home in a mobile home park. Here, you're going to buy the house and you're also going to buy the land. Okay. Now, depending on how the park presents itself, they're either going to say that this is a land-owned or resident-owned or deed-restricted community. Okay. Those all mean about the same thing. That means where you buy the house and you buy the land. The third option, and the most common option down here, is going to be where you buy the house and you pay lot rent. Okay, that's for today. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on the most common one, because this is where we see the most questions and the most information that is needed, so people have a better idea of how to do it. Okay, so when you're buying a mobile home, where you're buying the house and you're renting the land, as you've seen in other videos, this is not a real estate transaction. It's not, because there is a title with the ownership of the property and not a deed. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, that means that essentially you're buying a car. Okay, with that being said, your traditional lending agencies usually will not touch this product to provide a mortgage on it. Okay, so if you're looking at obtaining a mortgage for a mobile home on leased land, and you're thinking, well, gosh, Mark, all I'll do is just go to Chase or Bank of America or one of those types of deals, and I'll just pick up a mortgage, a 30-year fixed mortgage or something. Sorry to say, guys, that's probably not going to happen. And here's why. The majority of those lending agencies will only lend on a mobile home if the mobile home is included with the land sale, because then that's going to trigger a real estate transaction, not a personal property transaction, because there will be a deed with that sale. So where are you going to find your financing? Well, you can find your financing a couple of different ways. There's going to be a couple of smaller lending agencies out in the marketplace. And those lending agencies will allow you to borrow money on mobile homes on leased land. Now, there are several different lending agencies. I don't want to get involved in sponsoring any one of them or saying them on this channel. But if you just Google and look around mobile home lending agencies, you will find a handful. Okay. Now, in that scenario, they will specifically lend on mobile homes on leased land. Okay. Those are going to be the lending agencies that you want to work with. Now, we're not loan brokers here at the firm. Okay, so I don't want to get involved in saying this is how much the down payment is, this is what the credit score is, simply because we do not know. But I will tell you that every time we've worked with these types of companies, they usually require two things for sure. Okay, this is going to be universal. The first one is they're going to need the home to be a 1976 or newer mobile home. 1976. Okay, and the reason why is because in the year 1976, the government agency HUD came into play. And what they did is they required the mobile home industry to all build their homes at a certain standard. Before 1976, there was no standard. So every mobile home lending agency is going to look for a 1976 home or newer. The easy way to find out what age the home is to ask whoever is selling the home what age the home is, and there will be a 2-digit number on the top of the title, and that'll tell you what age the home is. So we have to make sure it's a 1976 or newer. Okay, the second thing is most of these lending agencies are going to require you, the buyer, to have some type of home inspection done. Now, the home inspection is going to be something that you, the buyer, are going to have to budget for. Now, the price for a home inspection, it'll vary. It can be as little as, $300 or $400, or $600 or $700, somewhere between there. Now, that home inspection is going to have to be provided or paid for by you, and then provided to the lending agency before they're going to move forward with that, with underwriting the loan. Now, when you have those two items, the 1976 or newer home and the home inspection completed, make sure that information gets to the lending agency, and then they will begin trying to process the loan and sending it to the underwriters. Now, I will tell you that the vast majority of these mobile homes that are sold, where you buy the home and you're paying lot rent, they're cash sales, folks. Okay, so lending and that type of stuff, that it's really not that common. I would say, somewhere between 90 to 95% of all mobile home sales that our firm handles are going to be cash sales. Now, when I say cash, it does not mean cash in dollar bills. No, please don't think that. It's cash in the sense of cashier's checks or money orders, okay? So if you show up to a home and you're going to buy it in cash and you show up with a bag full of money, we can't accept that. We have to have it in a cashier's check or a money order. Now, a lot of times people just assume that financing is not available. That's not true either. Those companies will underwrite and finance the home, but they're going to make sure that those items are in check: the year of the home and the home inspection. Now, if the home inspection comes back and there's some items on that need to get fixed, then you're going to have to work directly with the lending agency to see what needs to be fixed and see what is needed for that. So when you're looking at financing a mobile home, don't feel if you don't have the cash you can't buy the home, because there are chances and there are certain companies out there who will finance the home. You just have to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row and that they are going to go ahead and underwrite the home. So with that being said, we feel that this information needs to get out in the marketplace so that you, as the mobile home buyer or seller, have an idea of how this project can be done, financed, and make sure you can move into your new home the way you want it to be done. So guys, I really appreciate you taking a look at this video. We'll see you on the next one.